Anna?
Yeah, that's me. Oh,
I'm sorry about that.
that's okay. How much is it?
$8.75.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one.
Hey, you too.
Tonight on Kickin' It. Friend's confession. Hydroxychloroquine. Facts versus fiction. And the music match by the KC Improv Company. And now your host. He saw a wasp today and screamed like a child. Brandon Durkee.
Hello, and welcome to episode 10 of Kickin' It. I'm your host, Brandon, and today we've got all sorts of stuff going on. We've got the music mash. We've got an investigative report. It's really deep diving stuff on hydroxychloroquine. We're going to hear from our friend Forrest. Maybe some other stuff will happen. I don't know. It's our 10th episode. Who knew we'd get here? I sure didn't. I thought maybe we'd be back on stage, but we're not. And I'm still here in the clothes I slept in. And I'm recording it, and we're putting it on the internet. Stick around. We'll be back with more Kickin' It.
It is time that I confessed, and broke my ranks with you obsessed. Regardless of how my reputation rends, I've never seen the hit show Friends. Are you surprised? Scared I resist? Who is this monster in our midst? But hoi polloi, it's only me, a lover of real comedy. Is it strange I don't appreciate? Only a pariah could truly hate the laughter you claim Friends invokes. What genius could have wrought these jokes and characters so rich and new they turn the social trends askew? Oh, so inspired, so unique. Consider my interest mighty piqued. I don't need friends, you see. I have a whole community. And the cheers I feel when we discuss my perversion could fill an office. Although, throw 30 rocks at this disgrace. Oh, it's always sunny in my good place. Oh, curb your rage, please. Circumvent your blatant arrested development. It's true. There's pride to be celibate. But to break my streak would be... for what? More informed insults than Chandler stinks? Truth is, I don't care what Dave Crane thinks. Or Kaufman either, because ultimately this has no bearing on reality. It's a petty point to make, I know. Regardless, I won't watch that show.
Welcome back to Kickin' It, folks. So hydroxychloroquine is in the news. The president is allegedly taking it. He's telling us to take it. He might be involved in the propagation of getting the drug out to the nation. We wanted to separate some facts from fiction, so we sent out our reporter to get the inside scoop. So please welcome Christina Fangman. Hey, Christina, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, Brandon. Thanks. I'm honored to be on the show. Just honored.
It's great to have you here. So, like I said when I was introducing you, hydroxychloroquine, it's in the news. What can you tell us about hydroxychloroquine?
I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be honest. I did not do the research you assigned to me this week.
Oh.
I started to. I had every intention of doing it, but I went down a Jean-Benet Ramsey rabbit hole.
I'm sorry, Jean-Benet Ramsey? Like the child murder that happened in the 90s?
Absolutely. I think it's still very relevant to today's news cycle, and I think that if we work hard enough and if we all sign a petition, that we can bring this case out of the closed case files and out into the public view, out into the open. We can get to the bottom of this.
Okay, so you have nothing on hydroxychloroquine.
All right, so you remember the Jean-Benet Ramsey ransom note, the very long ransom note that shook this nation to its core, okay? The phrase and hence was used in this ransom note. Nobody uses language like that unless you're a very wealthy family from Colorado who conducts satanic rituals, okay? When was the last time you said and hence?
I say it all the time. I'm very educated.
Whatever, okay? Nobody in their right mind says and hence. But this, after 1 year after the murder of Jean-Benet Ramsey, rest her soul, on December 14th, 1997, the phrase appeared in a Christmas message from the Ramseys that was printed in the First United Methodist Church Christmas program. And hence, I quote, "Had there been no birth of Christ, then there would be no hope of eternal life, and hence, no hope of ever being with our loved ones again."
Okay, but like Christina, maybe that's just like a quote from the Bible that they pulled. Maybe
There
it's
were
not
no
a coincidence.
footprints in the snow.
Footprints in the snow?
There were no footprints in the snow outside of their house. So how could it have been someone who was outside of their house?
So you have nothing on hydroxychloroquine.
Speaking of a queen, let's take a moment to remember the fallen Jean-Benet Ramsey, okay? She was murdered on Christmas. Next to her mother's bed, on the bedside table, you know the one where you put the books that you read the night before. The Bible was opened to Psalms 18. That passage was circled, mind you, circled. And I quote, "Bind the sacrifice with cords to the horn of the altar. You are my God. I will praise you. You are my God. I will exalt you." Okay?
Okay, so Christina, we all were enthralled by the case in the 90s, but like it's 2020 now. We're not necessarily concerned with Jean-Benet Ramsey. Like, why? Do you have new evidence? Do you have new theories? Do you have anything?
Yeah, I have a lot of new theories, and I think that this is still very relevant. This is a young girl who never got her chance to shine. Okay, this is a young girl who was tortured throughout her life in beauty pageants, okay? She was tied to a garrote, which is an ancient torture device from the early 17th century used in India, okay? You can't go and buy a garrote in a pawn shop these days. You have to have access to ancient torture devices, huh?
I'm sorry, are you saying garrote?
Garrote.
It's garrote. It's like it could be any sort of wire that you wrap around, like The Godfather, like anything.
Potato. Jean-Benet Ramsey was tied to a device that they don't exist anymore, okay?
Okay, so you can't speak on the fact that like the Trump family might be like invested in the sale of hydroxychloroquine.
I can't speak to that, but I can say that John Bet is the brotherhood term for devil, okay? And also, if that's not enough to get in your thick skull, Brandon, there's a sacrificial satanic ritual which is performed on Christmas Eve, or it's supposed to be performed on Christmas Eve, and it's called the last bulb of Christmas. And you know who was the last bulb of Christmas? The last bright light in America's mind, besides Princess Diana? Jean-Benet Ramsey, okay? And this satanic ritual that was performed on Christmas Eve was created by none other than Joseph Mengele. You know who I'm talking about, the crazy-ass doctor that performed terrible experiments.
Do you mean Joseph Mengele?
I'm just telling you, it blows my mind.
All right, Christina, we got to take a little break. We'll come back. I guess we'll talk more about Jean-Benet Ramsey and not hydroxychloroquine like we talked about and we told people we were going to do. We'll be right back with more Kickin' It.
been living in your basement. It's been about a year. I've been living in your basement. I just wanted to have you near.
My dad has converted the entire basement into a man cave. My dad has a shrine devoted entirely to John Wayne. My dad hasn't come out of there or seen sun in a week, cause my dad would rather watch NASCAR and drink beer on the left seat.
I've been living in your basement. Been about 2 or 3 years. I've been living in your basement. It would be nice to have you here.
Deep in the basement, that's where you'll find it. Ooh, it's so special, cause it's a secret. Deep in the basement, I've hidden a mannequin head wearing my boyfriend John's hair.
I've been living in your basement. Not sure the year. I've been living in your basement. Oh, do not cry, do not fear.
Tiptoe, tiptoe, down to the basement. Something terrible is down there. Face it. Tiptoe, tiptoe, down to the basement. Whatever is down there, you've got to face it alone. Tiptoe,
We are living in your basement.
tiptoe,
It's so nice to have you here, my dear. We're living in your basement.
tiptoe,
Sometimes people, they just
Cause it's a secret.
We're living in your basement. So nice to have you here to me. We're living in your basement. Now you never can come here. Sometimes people, they just
Cause it's a secret.
Sometimes people, they just disappear.
We've gone off the rails here. So I guess let's run with it. So what are your theories on the JonBenet Ramsey case?
I have a lot. Okay, I don't know what to believe, and this is why I think that we need to reopen this case. I sent you the link just now for a GoFundMe account and also for a petition.
I'm not opening that link. I'm not opening it.
I don't want you to open it. I just want you to copy and paste it and put it below in this interview, so that the people of America can open the case back up.
Convince me that I should do that.
Okay, get this. 2 nights before JonBenet Ramsey was murdered, Bill McReynolds, who was a journalist, came over to Ramsey's house dressed up as Santa Claus, all right? Already a creepy thing. He gave JonBenet a card that said, and hence I quote, "You will receive a special gift after Christmas." What's that gift, you ask?
The gift was murder?
We'll never know unless you promote the hell out of my GoFundMe. But even crazier.
Wait a minute. It's your GoFundMe?
It's a GoFundMe that I created that is meant to help bring life back to JonBenet's dead body resting in the ground after she was put on a garrote by Joseph Mengele. Who knows?
Okay, we have a lot of problems going on right now.
All right,
One. No, go ahead.
All right, so McReynolds' own daughter was abducted 22 years before, to the day that JonBenet was found dead. 22 years. That is a satanic number.
Okay, so you are positing that this person killed JonBenet Ramsey.
I think this is one possibility, but like I said, we'll never know the truth unless we get all of your viewers, all of America, all of the world sign my petition and contribute to my GoFundMe.
Okay, you said one possibility. Like, there are other possibilities? Like what?
All right, I have one more theory. It's kind of a wild card.
Well, by all means, like, what could be wilder than any of this that we've talked about to this point?
Well, real quick, I do just want to circle back to the parents before I reveal. I know, this is called building suspense, as you guys like to call it. You
What do you mean,
performers.
you guys?
You guys with your talkie talk and your cameras and your lights and your action and your suspending your disbelief. Look, okay.
Christina, we hired you to be a reporter, and you didn't do the job, and you're instead reporting on a cold case that is 20 years old.
It's not cold. It's red hot, baby.
Do you have any final things you want to push? Do you have any final theories? You said something about a crazy thing.
I do have a final theory. I mean, there are many more theories. You can find out about them if you go to my GoFundMe and contribute $25. But, you can do that.
We're not linking it.
My final theory is something a little bit extraterrestrial. It's a bit of a dark horse, Brandon.
So, like,
You know what I'm getting
so
at.
like aliens are happening. Like, some aliens are involved, or what?
No, it's the John Benet Ramsey is Katy Perry. Look at that resemblance. Look at their facial structure.
I don't know what you...
I'm sorry, I got lost in the moment there. Look at this chin.
Maybe don't pet the deceased beauty queen on air.
If you just compare their beautiful chins, their mouths, the way their mouths are shaped, the petite nose, the nose bridge, these bright blue eyes, the eyebrow shape, also the beautiful blonde hair. I mean, it is uncanny. But that's not all, okay?
Oh no, what else could be true?
I'm glad you asked. Thank you for asking. It's very nice. So we already can see this resemblance. But also, if you go back and you watch the Dark Horse music video and the Super Time Half Bowl show, you'll see the all-seeing eye. You'll see snakes. You'll see the Garden of Eden. You'll see apples, the original sin. Ram's Eve, Illuminati, okay? The last bulb of Christmas. John Benet Ramsey. America loves her. The world needs to know the answer. Please help me.
You know what? I gotta stop you. That's gonna be all the time that we have. Thank you, Christina, for coming out. We'll be right back with more Kickin' It.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by alienating your voter base. Want to screw up a sure thing? Try alienating your voter base. From the same people who brought you Hillary Clinton's campaign. Try alienating your voter base today.
Folks, that's about all the time that we have tonight. We want to give a big thank you to Christina for all of her... she did a lot of research. Thank you to all the improvisers in the Music Mash. Thank you to Forrest. Thank you to Phil and Anna. And thank you for watching for 10 episodes. We'll see you next time. Bye.